David's Bridal can be the place where a lot of women start their experience. And so what I will say is that anyone in the wedding industry, please treat your client. Part 2 to my crazy wedding dress story. The ladies turned up on me about my friends basically ruining my wedding dress experience, telling me that if I want this to go better next time, that I should come alone or bring other people. At that point, I tell them that they were out of line for even suggesting that, for even saying that, and that they were the ones who, in fact, made this a not fun wedding dress experience. They were the ones who who were being rude and disrespectful and didn't need to be giving the input that they were providing, because I am a client, I am a customer, I am not your friend, I am not your sister, I am no one to you besides a customer, and you should be treating me as such and not like we're homegirls, because we're not. So at that point I was heated because this is not how I envision my wedding dress experience to go. I envision it to be fun and light and funny. I envision people like me and my friends making jokes and just smiles and happiness, and I did not envision myself being highly irritated and upset at the end of the experience. And things went terribly left. I was all the way up here, like all the way. There was no bringing me down after I got triggered, because for one, you're not gonna point the finger at other people. We all know you cannot point the finger at somebody else and then you don't have 3 fingers pointing back at you. So you want to say all this about my friends, but you can't make your own comments about yourself because you don't have that awareness. But I'll tell you, honey, you're disrespectful. You are rude. You are unprofessional. Unprofessional means you need to be acting a certain way when you're in the workplace. We all know what professional means. And in different workplaces, it can look different. In that case, all I needed you to do was pull the items for me and help me put them on. To be honest, I don't need any other input from you. That's why you bring your support system with you. That's why you bring your village, whether it's friends, family, or you go alone to make your own decisions. I don't need your input. I don't need your input. I don't need your input. So at that point I was heated. The manager was called over. Hell, she didn't even need to be called over. She knew she needed to come over. She came over. Hey, what's going on? I told her, look, your employees are unprofessional and I do not appreciate this service. I don't appreciate it. And so we stepped outside. She, did her best to calm me down, and I basically just gave her all the tea, told her what happened, how I felt like they were unprofessional and just were not thinking about how I felt as the woman being the bride coming here for her special occasion. The manager agreed with me, that I did not deserve, that we did not deserve any of that kind of treatment, that they could have handled things in a more professional manner, and that at any point they could have called her over to support with, to resolve the situation. And she was not called until the end, when I was literally screaming, like so heated, y'all. And I'm sure that any person can know how heated I was, because normally we talk like this, like this. But I was screaming. I was so heated that I could not keep my voice at a reasonable level, because I felt like my experience was ruined. I felt like this is my wedding day. This is my wedding day. And it's already stressful enough trying to plan it, let alone, honestly, the dress was my easiest decision. But because of how shit went left, it tarnished that moment for me. So yeah, so the manager was like, call me back, call me later this week. We'll have a follow up and we'll see what we can do, this and that. I never called. I went along with my wedding dress plan. So it was months later until I went back out to go wedding dress shopping. I took my same friend. We went to a couple different shops. I went to Deluxe Redux. That was it's a sample store where they have the sample dresses from different designers. So that was cool. The woman actually turned the situation around, or the woman there, Kelly, shout out to you. Kelly gave me a great wedding dress experience. She gave me the experience that I should have had from the beginning, where as soon as I got in there, they were asking me, do I need water or tea or anything? The shop is very pretty, bright, mirrors all around, and then you have all the white dresses all out, very beautiful. I remember her telling me that like I could go around a little bit to get a feel for what I liked. But of course they would pull the items, and they, their dressing room was really nice. It was a nice vibe. I ended up not finding a dress there because their options were just a little bit limited. And then after that, we went to a couple different local shops. We went to First Lady in Southfield, Michigan. And we also went to, that actually might have been it. I think I had called around to some other shops just to see what their prices, price range was and whatnot. But that day that we looked, I thought that I found a dress that was cute, but it wasn't, like, ooh, that's the one. So my intuition at some point, like, I literally might have been that day, my intuition told me, like, go back to David's Bridal. And I know a lot of people like, bitch, you went back there? Y'all, I'm the type of person where when I know I want something, I want it. And I have a vision, and I don't let people, like, get in my way of my vision. And so in my mind, I'm like, fuck them ladies. I don't give a fuck about them ladies. I want my dress. So intuition told me to go back to David's Bridal, go to that location, because other locations it was, honestly, that's the closest location to my house. And so, ergo, that's where we went, because I'm not driving out the way to avoid people. And I just knew that one was going to be like, have a nice selection compared to the other locations in my area. So I went there, made an appointment with my mom. I invited my family, I invited my whole family. My dad said that that's not a man thing. I don't believe that. I believe if any man wants to come to the dress fitting, why not? It ain't like I was inviting my husband, fiance, Terrence, to come. No, whatever. But I invited my family to come. I invited some of Terrence's family to come. And it was a great experience. I found my dress. I tried on some other styles of dresses that were similar to the one that I liked. But y'all, I went back there and tried on the same dress as the first situation that I had to leave from after they made me so fucking triggered and rah-rah. I bought that dress that day. I put the dress in layaway. Honey, that was my dress. The dress where the first time shit didn't work out right. That was the dress that I got. That's my wedding dress. And it's so beautiful, and I love it. I am in, like, we did the whole say yes to the dress thing. I had my mom there. His mom was there. We took pictures. I rang the bell. I don't have a video of me ringing the bell, which I'm not going to post. I wouldn't post that till after I get married anyway, because I don't want y'all to see. Y'all can't know what dress I picked, because then my husband might figure it out. I don't need him to know. But yes, I tried on like 3 or 4 dresses while I was there, all of them kind of in a similar style. Um, and y'all will see the video, so y'all will see, like, I like ball gown. I think we tried on some A-line, but nothing like, you know, y'all see I got these curves. We ain't trying on all that little skimpy satin and, you know, nothing, no shades to them dresses. They are beautiful. You know, they are beautiful. It's just not for my body type. Not, you know, it's not the most flattering for my body type. And I know that. And I'm okay with saying that. I would not put on one of them dresses for my wedding day. Now, maybe if it was another kind of occasion, I just wanted to look a little, you know, boom, boom, pow, maybe. But my wedding day, I need everything to be looking nice and right and tight and where it's supposed to be. So, but I'm so thankful that David's Bridal turned it around. They did turn it around, y'all. The second time, the associates that I dealt with were amazing. They were very nice. I honestly can't remember the lady's name right now, but David's Bridal in Madison Heights, I do thank you for turning my experience around. You know, it was not good to start, and I wasn't going to recommend anybody to go to David's Bridal after the first experience. But what I will say is that, you know, to each their own. I will say that, because I do know that they say because David's Bridal is a chain, that you can get lost in the sauce, that the experience may not be as personable because they're dealing with people they deal with a higher frequency of people because they're a chain, in a sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody cannot afford to go to these private bridal stores, you know, who are asking for $1,000 up front to try on dresses. I don't know if that's the numbers. I'm just throwing stuff out because I know that that's out of my budget. But I do know that that is how it goes, where when you go to these private, you know, bridal stores, that you have to pay a deposit sometimes just to go and try on dresses. Or you have to, like, already be committed to buy a dress from them before you go and try on dresses. And, you know, to each their own. My money ain't long like that. David's Bridal can be the place where a lot of women start their experience. And so what I will say is that anyone in the wedding industry, please treat your clients with respect. Treat your clients with respect. Treat them as this is a big occasion for them. Like, this is life altering, life changing for people involved, for the bride and groom involved, and then for the people that are closest to them. And you want to treat them with delicacy. Treat them as if, like, something big is happening for them. Don't treat this as something small, and don't treat it like it's just a sale, because for them it's more than that, you know. And if you're treating me with the utmost, like, amazing customer service, going up, you don't have to go above and beyond, but treating someone with care goes a long way. Because I didn't intend to necessarily buy a dress either time when I went, you know. Like, did I have the funds? Yes. But it wasn't like, oh, I know for sure I'm going to buy this dress today. But the fact that the second time came around, and that was, like, I knew for a fact, especially after the first experience of me trying on dresses, that was my dress. When we came to get to the checkout portion, and they were like, so, you know, what would you like to do? Do you want to leave the dress here or maybe think about it, come back? Do you want to put this in layaway? What was it? I'm like, oh, I want my dress. Like, it wasn't even like, oh, a dress. No, this is my dress. I said, yes, this is my dress. Like, this is mine. Ain't nobody coming to get this. Like, I got to secure this now. So they made a sale with me right on the spot. I didn't need to come in for it. Technically, I had came in for, that was my second time coming in. But I didn't need it to be this long, drawn-out process. I knew that was my dress, and I got it right then and there. I didn't care if I had to ask somebody. I didn't have to ask for money at that point, but say if I did, I would have, like, that's how badly I wanted my dress. Like, I would have done whatever I had to do to secure it. But I really, like, in reflection from that experience, vendors need to care about the industry that they're in. That's what I will say. Vendors need to care. So if you're in the wedding industry, if you're in the party event industry and you're throwing a baby shower, but you hate kids, that's not gonna work. Like, I'm not saying that these women hate weddings, but you have to care. You have to care. That care and that extra, that extra care and that attention and awareness, it matters. It makes the difference. From my first experience to the last experience, the care the women showed made the difference. Because I looked at the same dresses. Literally, I looked at the same kind of, well, the second time they showed me dresses that were more tailored to my style. But both times we were looking at the same David's bridal dresses. And what made the difference were the women that were taking care of me. I might have to go back through my reviews because I left her a review so I can let y'all know who she is. I'll put it in the text or something. But I do thank David's Bridal for my dress. I thank you for my dress experience the second time around. You guys definitely turned it around. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. The lady, she was very nice, and she definitely took her time with us, and that made all the difference. It made all the difference. Yeah, wedding dress shopping is fun. I some little tips and tricks I will tell y'all to keep it fun. I know that just planning the wedding in general is stressful, can be stressful, and because there's a lot of variables, and we want it to just be perfect, be what we envision. And I will just caution all of the brides to just take it slow. If you can, take it slow and have fun with it. You know, I wasn't one of those brides who just had like a whole vision of what it had to look like before we even got engaged or anything. So it's kind of, for me, like, just been fun to see what I like and put the puzzle pieces together. But I know that once time starts ticking and it gets closer to that date, we're like, no, but we have to find this and this. Like, we need these things because the date is coming, like, you know. But as much as you can, enjoy the process of planning and researching and finding whatever you need. Enjoy the process of making those decisions, because I know that, you know, they always, like, I watch a lot of bride content, and they always say that it's gonna go by really fast. Wedding will be over and it'll be the day after the wedding, and now, like, this whole 2 years of you planning is now over. So just enjoy it. Enjoy the process. Don't get too caught up in it. And, you know, sometimes you gotta leave it alone and then come back to it the next day, or maybe it might even take you a month to come back to it, but that's okay. You know, take your time with it. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. But we're done. We're done. We're done. I got through the story, got through this content. Now we can move on to something else. Okay. So tired of myself. All right. Bye, y'all. Peace.